Going from World War II propaganda to a beloved American icon, going from this, oh gosh, to this, not bad. Then over to this, still not great. But there was also this.
Called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Talk about Smokey. Today, we're talking Smokey Bear. At the beginning of World War II, many of the forest firefighters and mountain men who would normally fight these fires had to go off and fight in the war, thus leaving the millions of acres of American forest exposed. The Japanese saw opportunity in this. They began bringing submarines close to the coast, launching airplanes from those submarines and firebombing the forests, as well as oil fields. The Japanese went one step further and they sent 9,000 firebomb balloons over the Pacific through the jet stream with the intention of starting forest fires and wreaking havoc. 6 people did pass away from this, a mother and 5 children. The government took this threat extremely seriously. And so they decided to bring in some good old-fashioned American propaganda to try and get people to be more wary of fires, as well as try not to start them themselves. They first asked Disney, who had recently released Bambi. If you remember Bambi, the climax of the movie is a forest fire and Bambi has to run away. So they threw Bambi in a propaganda poster. However, they only got the one poster. So the Forest Service quickly started trying to find other options. Only you can like and subscribe. After trying out a few different things, they settled on Smokey. Now, Smokey got his name from a famous New York firefighter in 1922 named Smokey Joe Martin. He heroically saved many lives. However, in the process, he was severely burned and suffered blindness. Man, can those firefighters ever stop being heroes? Just kidding. Don't ever stop. Then in 1947, Smokey got his iconic, "Only you can prevent forest fires." It wasn't until 2001 when they had actually changed it to wildfires, because it turns out other things also catch fire. In 1950, a black bear cub that survived a forest fire down in New Mexico, who was originally named Hotfoot Teddy, which might actually be a better name, frankly, than Smokey Bear. Hotfoot Teddy, pretty cool. Anyways, he survived that fire and they sent him off to the National Zoo and they changed his name over to Smokey. He might have been the first star to ever change their name. Then Smokey popped off, or should I say he popped smoke, and he became an instant sensation. People loved him. Children wrote to him so much they had to create his own zip code for him. The only other guy to do that is the president. However, Smokey Bear has over 90% approval rating. Let's see a president get that. Those are fake dictator numbers. You can't get that high. Smokey became so popular that Congress had to pass a law to allow them to own the copyright and take him out of public domain, because the US government doesn't actually normally own copyrights. That's why you see a lot of people rocking NASA swag, and there's no problem with that. However, because they passed the Protect Smokey Bear Act, they actually were able to take him out of public domain, and you could go to federal prison if you used his image without their permission. Smoke that like button. It wasn't until 2020, at the end of 2020, when they passed that massive omnibus bill, that someone had the forethought to sneak in a little section of like the 4,000 pages of decriminalizing Smokey Bear. So before that, you could spend 6 months in prison and pay massive fines for using Smokey Bear without their permission. Soon Smokey got so popular that the guy who wrote Frosty the Snowman song made Smokey the Bear song. However, to keep the cadence, he added the to the middle of it, making it forever that the Forest Service Karens forever have to correct us, saying, "It's Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear." Then in the 1970s, we got Smokey the Smoke Show Bear.
So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me.
Smokey is quickly approaching his 80th anniversary in 2024 and is showing no signs of stopping. And so in honor of Smokey Bear, just remember, only you can prevent wildfires. Hey, if you like this video, get yoked like Smokey and smoke that like button and check out these other videos. It's Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear.